Hello, hope everybody's doing good today on this awesome Thursday. Hope everybody had a good day. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody had an awesome Thursday. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get on and then we'll get started. Hope everybody did have an awesome Thursday and it's Thankful Thursday. We're always thankful that God allowed us to see another day and that we're amongst the land of the living. Hey, Trinae. Hope everybody's doing good. On this thankful Thursday. Hey girl, hey Portia. And as always, this is S.O.P. Presents Tidbits with Peaches. Hope everybody's having an awesome day. I'm happy to be back, happy to be amongst the living, happy that Big God allowed us to see another day. Hey, sister. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody had an awesome Thursday. Um, This is S.O.P. Presents Tidbits with Peaches. S.O.P. is Shalom of Peace Ministries, where the pastor is Pastor James McCallum in Archdale, North Carolina. Hope you're doing good. Hope everybody had an awesome Thursday. Um, Trying to give everybody a little bit more time before I get started. It's almost Friday. If you made it to Thursday, it's Friday Eve. You got one more day and you've made it through another work week. Thank God good. So I'm going to go ahead and start with these businesses today. Uh, and again, if you have a business and you want us to shout it out, just send me a message or put it in my inbox or however you want to do it. Hey, Chevy, hope you're doing good. Um, because I like to support and shout out to people that I meet along the way. And, we've connected with some awesome people. And I think we should all try to support one another because it's enough for all of us to help and support each other. Um, so, with that being said, we're going to start off with Sheikah Clark, and she's in Greensboro. And I know you've probably seen a lot of Sheikah's work. Um, she does awesome job with cakes and any kind of treats, and she is Triple C's Cakes and Candies and all kinds of sweet treats. And she's in Greensboro, but she will travel if you need her to. Monica Gremlin, we call her Butter. She is in Anson County as well, but she does B&J's Creation. She does great work with T-shirts, and I've seen some stalls and things that she made. We have a young lady named Marie, I call her Marie's Luxury Handbags and Accessories. She's an Indian Trail. She has a little group that she does on Facebook. She has some awesome bags at great prices. Vanessa Price, she is in High Point too. She has a daycare called VP Learning Center, and she also does nails, which she does really well. 789 Nails. We have Wake Up Creations, which we do T-shirts and different things, which is Jessica Baxter, myself, and Charity McCallum. We have Triple M Rentals. They do great balloon arches. They'll do birthdays, anything that you need done. Those young ladies are out of High Point too. Then we have Fair's Child Care in Morven, North Carolina with Cynthia Fair. She is an awesome daycare provider. She do provide transportation. So if you're in the Anson County area, check her out. If you're looking for a car, and you're in Anson, Richmond, Moore County, in that area, go see Donnie Bennett, Pastor D.R. Bennett at Pools Automotive. If you need a TV or cameras of anything put in your business or in your home or TVs mounted, there are two young brothers. They do really, really good work. They're a Moore County TV mount. You can go on their website, book a time slot. If you need them to come out, they'll come. And my friend Junior, he owns a music store in Virginia. It's Junior's Music Store and more. He has guitars, pianos, drums. He do the band rental for the kids at school. Again, that's in Virginia. It's Junior's Music Store. We have Trinity Coaching, which is myself. If you know anyone that's in need of a life coach, please inbox me. We have Latoya Sullivan with Divine Accessories and Phenomenal You Accessories. She is in Indian Trail. She does great work. She makes jewelry too. Shay Jackson Green, if you're looking to go on a trip, check her out. She does trendy travels, and she also has a hair salon in Waysboro called Trendsetters Hair Salon. We have Picture Perfect with our awesome bass player. Her name is Kiara. She does photos, she does t-shirts, she does masks, and her stuff is Picture Perfect with Kiki. And then we have Prime America with his life insurance, which is my pastor, James McCallum, Charity McCallum, and Darius Baxter. And if you're in Richmond County and you're in need of any kind of transportation, check out Jones Transportation. He has Jones Thrift Store now, and he is also doing travel. So if you have any travel needs, check out TNA Travels. And we met this awesome young lady during our back to school bash. She does all kinds of nutritional things. She's a personal trainer. It's Soul Fit Nutritions, and she is also in Archdale at 1041 8B. Again, she does all kinds of awesome things. She makes this great tea, and she is a personal trainer. So y'all check them out if you're in those areas. And again, if you have a business and you want us to put it on here, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to put it on here. And I think I got everybody. And Pat Bennett, which is the co-pastor of Mount Sinai, she does beautiful wreaths and things. And if you're ever on Facebook, just look under Mount Sinai Baptist Church, because she has some awesome things on there as well. And I don't think I forgot anyone. But again, y'all keep those businesses in mind, and let's support one another. Um, I think that's important for us to do, to learn to support one another, because all of us have a different talent and all of us have different gifts. So it doesn't matter if 50 people are making t-shirts. We're all not making the same thing or doing the same thing. So let's support one another in whatever we do. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about deposits and withdrawals. So we know that when you go to the bank, you make deposits and you make withdrawals. So think of your relationships, whether it be friendships, marriage, sisterhood, or brotherhood. Think of it as you're in control of that bank account, because I'm gonna take and say, okay, I'm in control of my bank account, which is myself. So I can control what goes in and what comes out. So whatever is deposited in or whatever I withdraw, I'm in control of that. So if I go in to deposit, it's me that's depositing the money. So if I go in to make a withdrawal, I got to make sure that I have enough in my account to cover what I'm trying to withdraw. Hey, Tanita. So make sure of that. I wanted to talk a little bit about what deposits and withdrawals mean in the sense of what we allow to come into our account, which I'm saying that we are the bank. I am the account. So what I allow to come into my account, what I allow to be deposited in, what I allow to be withdrawal, I'm in control of what is deposited into my account. So if I go to the bank and I haven't deposited the money, I can't expect to get it out. I can't expect to make a withdrawal because I haven't put anything in there. So why do we allow people to put out when they haven't put any in? So you have to be cautious of what you allow to go into your account, because you're in control of that. I can't go to the bank and expect them to give me money when I haven't put any in there. And then if I keep making withdrawals, I'm going to come up with a whole bunch of NSFs, which is insufficient funds. So that's the same way I look at my life, my relationships, and what I allow to be deposited into my account. I'm in control of that. So if I don't want you to keep depositing, and if you keep trying to make withdrawals, but you haven't deposited anything in, and I keep coming up empty, then that's my fault, because I'm allowing you to keep pulling when you haven't put in. So you have to be careful and make sure your relationships are benefiting you, not just somebody always, hey, Evan, always withdrawing. You got to deposit something in. That's just like with anything that we do. I can't expect to go to the bank and say, okay, I have an account here, but I haven't put any money in my account, but I need $500. They're going to look at you like you crazy, because Ma'am, I can't give you something that you didn't put in, and you sticking your card in the ATM trying to get the money out, but you haven't put anything in. So sometimes we have to make sure or who we're allowing to deposit into our account. I can't allow people to deposit. The study want to pull out of me, but what have you deposit? A relationship is a two-sided thing. You got to give to get. So you remember that you can't always just let people keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, because at the end of the day, when you're down and you like, what happened? Because you're studying let people pull on you all the time. So make sure that you have your account fully covered. I can't allow you to put me in the red. I can't function in the red. I can't maneuver in the red. How am I supposed to be able to give when I don't have anything left, because I've allowed so many people to withdraw from me without depositing in? So you can't pull or pour out when your cup is empty. And why is your cup empty? Why are you burnt out? Why do you feel like that? So you have to be careful with your withdrawals. Make sure that you have the funds to cover what is being withdrawn. Because if you keep allowing it to withdraw, then there's empty, you're flatlining, there's nothing there. So you have to make sure in any relationship is give and take. So if we're going to be in this, whether it be a friendship, a sisterhood, or a brotherhood, we have to be able to maintain a certain kind of balance. Hey, Sheikah, there. I can't allow people to keep taking out of me all the time without depositing in. You have to be able to understand that in a relationship, it doesn't have to always be a marriage or a boyfriend or a girlfriend relationship. Any relationship, you have to make sure that you don't allow them to pull more than you have to give. Because if they keep pulling what's left for you, if they're not depositing in, then you can't keep saying, okay, we're in this together, but I'm giving more than I'm receiving. I have to be able to receive just like I'm giving. If I'm giving, I need to receive. I can't go in half empty. I can't go into the bank and ask for something that I don't have. Or if you go in, they're going to want some collateral. What do you have to show for this? What do you have to put up in order to get what you need? So how am I going to keep allowing you to withdraw, but you're not putting any collateral up? You're not showing me anything, but you want me to study give. So what is your foundation? What are you bringing to the table? What do you have to offer? All you want to do is pull, but you need someone that is bringing the same thing that you're bringing. So in any relationship, deposits and withdrawal, remember that withdrawal is the act of taking back away something that has been granted or possessed. So if I'm taking all the time and not putting back, what does that mean? That I'm going to come up in the red, that I'm going to have a whole bunch of insufficient funds at the end of the month when I go check my balance, or I'm balancing my checkbook because I've taken too much away from what I didn't put in, or I didn't deposit enough to cover what I wrote out. So is there enough in there for them to cover what you're putting out? A relationship is two-sided. I can't expect to go into something that would, even if I flip it to myself, in my relationships, I can't expect to always be the person that's pulling and pulling and pulling. Am I ever giving back? Am I ever receiving? Or I'm always the person that's withdrawing? Am I depositing anything? Do I have anything to put into it? Do I have anything to show that I'm vested in this? When you go to a loan company, they want you to have some collateral up front. They want to know that, okay, if we give you this amount of money, are you a solid investment? So when you going into something, make sure, is this a solid investment for me? Is this going to benefit me? Is this going to make my life better? Is it going to enhance me, or is it going to put me in the red? Am I going to stay in the negative if I take this step and move over to this? So I'm real careful about my withdrawals and my deposits now. I'm learning that, when I was younger, you would hear old people say that all the time. You have to make sure that you're compatible. And we don't do like we used to do back in the day. Back in the day, you wanted to get to know the family of who you were dating or who you were going to marry so you can see what the background is. We don't do that route anymore. So now we're in the situation where you think because someone look a certain way that it's okay, but what do they bring to the table? Is it going to be a permanent relationship? Are we going to be compatible? Are we going to make it together? Are we going to be able to walk in this thing together without one of us always ending up in the red? Are you going to be able to deposit like I deposit, or is it going to always be withdrawals? Are you going to always be taken from me? Or am I going to be in this lopsided where you're not putting what I'm putting in? So I thought that was interesting today, when I was looking up the thing about deposits and withdrawals, and I was looking at it today, and it was like, put yourself in a situation where you're actually the bank. So I'm the bank. I control what comes in and what comes out of my account. So if I allow someone to keep taking from me, that's my fault. I should pay more attention to what's deposited and what's withdrawn from me. So if I want a stable foundation, if I want a solid relationship, I'm going to pay attention to my deposits and my withdrawals so I won't end up in the negative. So I won't have insufficient funds. So I want to be able to say, okay, we're in this together. We can balance this out. We can have a good solid foundation to say that we both deposit, we both do this, we both do this together. And if we have to withdraw sometimes you will have to give out in a relationship, but make sure you're getting back when you give out. You can't expect to keep pouring out of your cup and your cup is empty. So what is that benefiting you if you're in a relationship and you're the one that's always pouring out and you're not ever receiving back? You have to be able to make sure that when you get in that thing, and it's always about giving, 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 and you're not getting anything back. And then at the end of the day, you're so empty and you're trying to figure out why, because you've allowed them or that or whatever it may be to withdraw all you had, and you have nothing left to give because you allowed it to go out without getting back. And that's when you have a one-sided relationship, whether it's a friendship or a marriage or whatever it may be. You have to make sure that the person that is in the relationship with you is able to deposit back in as much as they withdraw from you, so it can be an even match. If you allow it to take away and never give back, you'll always be in the red with insufficient funds. And I know, after a while, though, NSF adds up. And then you're sitting back looking why. Hey, Amp, hope you're doing good. So make sure that when you're in relationships, whether it be friendships or whatever, that they can deposit in and not always take away. That makes it hard for you to be in a good relationship. That's not healthy. That's not what you need. You need someone who can give what you give and receive when you give and then pour back into you. It's not always a lopsided thing and they're always pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. But then you still control what comes in and what goes out. So it's your responsibility to make sure you guard yourself, to make sure that you're not being pulled and being emptied all the time, because you control what comes into your account. So if the bank want to stop or close your account because of insufficient funds, they can. So again, remember, I said you're the bank, that you're the account. So you can control what people do and how people treat you and what people expect. It's up to you to take a stand and say, enough is enough. I want better. I want to be healthy. And see, that can pull on a person. That can put you in a spot where you begin to fall into depression. And then it's up to you to stop. I can control this. I can control what I allow to come into my space and what I allow out of my space. So you have to get to a place to say, okay, if this is not helping me, if it's not benefiting me, if it's not enhancing my life, if it's not making me better, if it's disrupting my peace, then I've got to stop it. I got to close the account. I can't allow this account to drain me anymore. So I've got to stop, regroup, refuel, and then go back at it a different way. So you can control what comes in and what goes out. We always control that. What we allow and what we control is always on us, because we allow and then we control. You can stop or you can proceed. It's up to you what you do and how you allow things to happen in your life. You can't blame anybody else for insufficient funds after so many times, because you know what is required of you. If you at State Employees Credit Union, it's $25 to keep your account open. They start your account, you have to have $25 in your savings account at all times. So in my account, personally speaking for myself, at a certain level, when I feel like, okay, I'm running on empty, I got to pull back for a minute. I got to regroup. I got to refuel myself, because when you get burnt out, then you can't really pour into anybody else because you're empty. And then sometimes you're pouring in the wrong things because you're in a bad place, because you allow people to deposit wrong things or withdraw too much, and then you're empty. You're flatlining because of what you allowed, because you can control that. You can stop that. People can only do to you what you allow. And when you get to a place where you've had enough, and then you'll stop it. So you have to be able to have healthy relationships. positive things, not negative. I can't have negative things come my way because I'm in a place now where I'm just paraphrasing. So what you need to be saying is to the point where at this stage in the game, at this point in my life, I'm too old to waste time. I don't have time to waste time anymore. So I've got to do what benefits me. And after being in this for a while and it's not benefiting me, then I love you, but I got to go. I love you, but we can't be friends no more. I love you, but I can love you from a distance because it's pulling on me. It's beginning to be too much because it's withdrawing and nothing is being deposited. Because you can control that. You're the only person that can control that. So it's up to you to say, okay, I want better for me. I want to be healthy. I want positive. I don't want any more negative. I can't do it this way anymore. If I have to close this account, then so be it. I'll go start another one somewhere else. But what's for you is for you. So if you have to just draw the line to keep your peace, to keep your sanity, to keep your cup full, to keep your mental in check, then that's what needs to happen. Don't hold on to things that pull you and drain you to the point where you got to fall back. Don't hold on to things like that. Don't hold on to that toxicity of things. When things become toxic, it pulls on you. It pulls on your soul. It pulls on the inside. And then it begins to work its way on the outside of you. So you can't hold on to toxic things. When things become toxic, it spreads. Toxicity spreads. But it's up to me to control what comes in and out of my life, what comes in and out of my ear. If I want better, that means I've got to move better. That means if I got to cut some things off, then so be it. I'm walking to walk in a better path. I'm trying to do things differently. So if that means that I've got to check it, then I've got to check it. I can't have any more insufficient funds on my account. I can't afford to do that. I can't afford to have to go back and try to backtrack and see where I messed up at. So when it begins to get toxic, or I begin to say that you done pulled out too much, I don't have anything left to give, I got to stop and regroup for a minute. Maybe I need to sit down and talk to God and pray about it and ask him, which way do I need to go? How do I maneuver after this? So right now, if I got to stop a minute and go back and rebalance my checkbook to see where I went wrong at, then that's what I need to do. I can't allow people to keep pulling off of me and not giving nothing back to me. We at a stage now in life where we can't afford to waste time. We don't have time to waste time. You know, I just feel like right now I want to be in a place where I'm happy, that I'm walking where I'm supposed to walk, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm reaching who I'm supposed to be reaching. I'm connecting with who I need to connect with. I'm doing what is required of me, what he has assigned me to do. I don't want to get caught up in names and titles and other things. I just want to be what he called me to be. I want to do what I'm supposed to do. I want to love like he say love. And that's where I'm at. And I think in this season of all of our lives, and I keep saying we don't have time to waste time. Get yourself together, get your surroundings together, make sure that you're on a solid foundation, that when the wind begins to blow, you won't fall over. Make sure your account is full. Make sure that all of your things are in a row so you don't have to be stuck with a whole bunch of insufficient funds, because at the end they're going to add up and you're going to be the one caught with that insufficient funds because they moved on, but you're still trying to scramble and figure out how to get your account back in the good standings. But they've moved on, but you're stuck picking up the pieces. So make sure that you're in good healthy relationships, and that your circle is good and it's bringing peace, and that you're doing what's best for you, but make sure that you're good too, because sometimes we can hold on to things that make us toxic. So we have to be able to relax, relate, release, let go, and move on. And thank God that we're still here. And who's supposed to be in your life will be in your life. Who's supposed to be on your side or by your side will be by your side. You don't have to fight a battle. My pastor preached a message that says God is our defender. So you don't have to fight a battle. You don't have to try to prove nothing to nobody. As long as you know that you've done what's right, you don't have to do that. Because if you living for God and God is the head of your life, he'll be your defender. He'll fight your battles for you. Just make sure that you have love in your heart and that you're loving to the best of your ability, and move on. Be happy. Have some joy. Have peace. Let it go and move on. Don't let anybody put you in the deficit again. Don't let anyone have your account in the negative. Make sure that you keep the necessary funds that you need to stay afloat, to make sure that you're good, to make sure your peace of mind is still good, that your sanity is good, that you're in a good place, that you can maneuver on in this thing called life, because life itself is enough right now. You know, I don't know anybody that's not having some kind of turmoil or going through something right now. So life is just life. My dad used to say all the time, either you're going to beat life or life is going to beat you. I choose to beat life, and I know I can do that through Christ. I know with him I can have life and have it more abundantly. I know if I got God love, then if God's love is on the inside of me, then it's going to spread out on the outside of me. I want to love like Christ loved. I want to say what I mean and mean what I say. I want to do what I'm supposed to do. So I want you to have a good life. I want you to live life to the fullest, because he gave us the best opportunity to have the best life. So we have to be able to enjoy life and love one another and mean it when you say you love somebody. Don't just be talking, mean it. Mean it. Mean it. Be that friend or be that person that's there. Make sure you guard yourself, but be that kind of friend to say, I love you and I mean it. I don't have to talk to you every day for you to know that I love you, but when I see you and if you need me, I'm there. Be that kind of friend. Be that kind of friend that instead of talking about them, you pray about them. Instead of be that kind of friend that you on your knees instead of running your mouth. Be that kind of friend. Be a genuine friend. When you're not with them, you still a friend. You don't have to be in their presence. You can be around other people. That's still your friend. Because a friend is something valuable nowadays, because I think people take the word lightly. But if you got a friend or a sister, you hold on tight and thank God for them and be just that. Be genuine. Show love, mean love, say love, walk love. Be genuine with your stuff. Be genuine with your stuff and know who you are and know whose you are. And then I think we can all live a better life. I know this may not have been the, you know, type of tidbits and peaches that I normally do, but it was something that was close to my heart. And when I really began to sit down and study it, it touched home for me, because sometimes we do go through so much and then we give out so much that we're left empty. But because we can control that, because we can control what comes in and what goes out. We control that. Sometimes we allow things to take us places that we shouldn't, because we're trying to be that person that's always there and always giving. But you have to make sure that you have enough fuel to cover you and then the next person that you're trying to cover too. So make sure of that. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of your state of mind. Make sure that you're in a place that you can do that, because sometimes when you hurt people hurt people. Angry people be angry people. So you have to make sure of what you're doing and what you're saying. So make sure that what's coming out goes back in. You control the deposits, you control the withdrawals, whatever is made to your account, you control. So make sure you do that. Keep your funds together. Your funds meaning your life and your peace and your joy and your happiness. Control that, because you can control what goes into your account, deposits and withdrawals. Make sure that you keep yourself together. Keep your peace, your mind all intact. And that's what I have today, deposits and withdrawal. And I hope something I said helped somebody um, to take it in stride. Take life one day at a time. Live life. Love, 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 love. Pray, enjoy each other. Be there for one another. Be there and mean it. Don't be there just to say you were there. If you're going to be there, be there. Love is the greatest thing that I believe God gave us. And I don't know, all this week, that's what he been talking to me about, was love and genuine love. And I am my sister's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. Are you your sister's keeper? Are you your brother's keeper? Don't go into overdraft. That's right, Portia. Don't go into overdraft. Keep your funds together. I love y'all, and ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll see you next Thursday at 6. And if you're in High Point, Winston-Salem, or Greensboro area, we have the Saturday night jump off at Shalom of Peace Ministries in Archdale, North Carolina. Somebody put the address in the chat for me, because y'all know I always get it wrong. Where it would be Minister Charity McCallum, Pastor Angela Kitt, and myself will be doing 10-minute sermonettes. So if you're in the area, you're welcome. I'm inviting you personally to come out to Shalom of Peace Ministries Saturday at 6 p.m. So y'all have a great Thursday, and I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.